All right. I feel like it's been a minute. It's good to see everybody. Good practice today. Had a great week. Going into a few days off here, so get refreshed and clear our minds and get ready to go play a NFL football game. So exciting times. No questions? All right.
How do you do captains, and is that something that will be announced?
Yeah, we'll do game captains week by week. So you'll see a bunch of different guys, just like we did in the preseason. So.
Might kind of reflect the question, but have you had a moment to think about the time you got the phone call and where you're at now? I know you're focused on Denver, but just this whole kind of whirlwind you're on.
Yeah, I appreciate the question, but not really. It's just what the team needs, what needs to be next. I think you kind of learned that from me right now, just what our mentality is. But I mean, just talking about like John, we worked somebody out today, and John was just saying like, I mean, look at this place. The weather, it's just it's surreal every day. So blessed to be here.
How's Connor Williams progressing?
Well, he looks good. We'll see. We'll see next week where we're at.
How was it to go this week with John working on the roster stuff?
Yeah, it's the first time is your first time with everything. So we work through it, and we'll move forward from here and have a little better understanding of how everything goes. So that's kind of been par for the course with just about everything we've done every day from February 1st till now. So kind of getting used to doing the first things, and but it was smooth. Open communication, thorough. We're on the same page the whole way through. So it was a good process.
Hey, Coach, they talk about the Mike Macdonald scheme going around the NFL, but there's only one Mike Macdonald play caller. Can you talk about the difference, the relative importance of play calling versus the scheme?
Yeah, I think the X's and O's, man, they're overrated. It's about how you play. It's about how the 11 people on the field can work, as one. There's only so many things you can do with 11 guys out there. There's only so many DBs you can put on the field. There's only so many people you can get on in scrimmage. There's only so many coverage structures. So we're not reinventing anything new. I mean, you'll watch people that watch our tape. They're not. We didn't reinvent defense. It's just. It's a style of play that hopefully that we can recreate here, and that's our plan.
Mike, you've got enough of a look at Travis Gibson yet to kind of get a sense of how
he's catching on fast. We'll see how it shakes out next week, but he's doing a great job.
Like, what have you seen out of Ken Walker's preseason? I know you've been playing any games for you. I don't think we've asked you about it a ton. It's kind of how his preseason kind of progressed for you.
Ken's in a great spot, I think. Just picked the offense up really quickly. Everybody's excited of him, coaches, players. I think he's in a great spot mentally. He's been a fun guy. It's just been a joy to be around. So I'm excited for him. He's worked his tail off. So he's got a great opportunity in front of him. Just can't wait to suit up for the first time. It'll be fun.
Coach, have you picked your starter at right guard, and do you think that that's going to be stable, or could actually be a competition throughout the year?
We have a pretty good feel for how we're going to line up next week. At this point, we'll just kind of keep it under wraps and let them figure it out first snap of the game.
How much faith do you have in Geno?
A tremendous amount of faith. I mean, the whole thing revolves around the QB, and he's our quarterback, and we're excited that he is. So, quarterback obviously the most important position, but just like anybody that's going to go out there, I don't see how you could put someone out there that you don't have 100% faith in. And they've earned this opportunity, but Geno, most importantly, he's right there leading the charge.
Well said, Coach. Well said. Listen, Mike. I said, hey, man, as soon as you came down there.
Man, how much it matters to him. He's a great competitor, so detailed, works tremendously hard. It's not easy to learn a new scheme. No matter how many years you've been in the league, how many schemes you've been in, and to totally master. They're happy because we canceled meetings, not because they like me. But all those things, I kind of forgot the question, honestly. But Geno's doing a great job. He's picked up the offense.
We've heard you use the phrase chasing edges. Where did you start? Where did you get that from, or where did you start using that?
Well, it's something that John didn't use that saying per se in Baltimore, but it was kind of a combination of chasing perfection and then having an idea of just we want people here. Hey, we're looking for anything, any little marginal thing that's going to help us win. We're always trying to push the envelope. We feel like, we want people chasing us. So it kind of gets you the mentality of, we're not copying anybody. It's going to be our style of play. It's going to be our team, our way of doing things. Never satisfied with where we're at. No complacency, but like kind of a relentless pursuit of creating the vision that we want to create. So I think that kind of paints a nice picture for you.
Mike, speaking of being, maybe you're not satisfied at this point. Like, if you had to play a game, maybe like this Sunday, do you feel like you're ready to do that? You'd like to practice like 10 more times, or 15 more times. Where do you feel you guys are?
Yeah, we could go play. We'd have a really crappy plan on defense. But we'd be able to get some plays off. The guys executed well today, but we'll dial it in over the weekend. It'll be really clear coming back with the extra time to work. But yeah, the guys are ready to go. But we're never going to turn down more reps.
Mike, in your defense, how important is clarity of assignment and also the communication?
Oh, it's everything. It's everything. I mean, if you just you go out there and try to go play, and where do you stand? Where do you look? How do you move? How do you pursue? Who are you working with? If you don't know those things and you don't do them over and over again, you can't play the right way. I really believe that. I think our guys understand that too. So we're not perfect, but we're making progress, and we'll be doing it. Hopefully we're here for a long time, and you're asking that question a long time from now, and probably the answer will be the same. But that's the mentality.
Mike, we've seen Jerome Baker back out here a little bit for you. How's he kind of doing, and then ultimately what's the challenge for you, and potentially needing to have him go next week with this little practice time he's had for you?
Yeah, if Bake's cleared to go, he'll be ready to go mentally. He's a pro. He's a great player. So if he's out there, we'll be excited to have him. If not, then T-Night will be rolling.
How's Artie Burns doing?
We'll see. We'll see next week.
Do you have everything installed that you expected to by now, or is that an ongoing thing?
Can you say that again, Greg?
Do you have everything installed that you had planned to by now, or is that an ongoing thing?
The concepts that we need are in. Every game you're doing little tweaks here and there, but it's not like you're introducing some new thing in some new language that they haven't heard yet. You're just saying, hey, this is the thing we've been doing, but with a twist. And I think they are able to. That's why you want to get everything in, so they understand those adjustments. So we're right there on defense. I'm sure Grubb has some more stuff up his sleeve, but seems like their install's been going smoothly.
You had mentioned earlier in the month the communication piece.
Yeah.
They slowed down a little bit on that. Has that gotten better, or is that still a challenge?
Well, it's always going to be a challenge. It's when you're going up against a new offense and studying them throughout the week. Again, you're trying to alert things based off the distributions and who's in the game and the things that you've been studying. So it's kind of like you're kind of relearning what you're going against on a week-to-week basis. But the intent's there from the guys, so that's really all we're asking for right now.
Hey, Coach, Jim Johnson was the linebacker coach here before he was the DC at Philadelphia. Can you talk about how his influence was on your philosophy on defense?
Well, you can connect the dots pretty easily going from him to Coach Harbaugh and then back to Baltimore. And a lot of our zone pressure schemes are rooted in Coach Johnson's schemes. And, he's probably, I don't want to start ranking zone blitz guys, but, his stuff has stood the test of time and done it at a high level. And just has so much respect. It's someone that you just have so much respect for, going through the process and developing as a young coach. And his defenses are special, man. So it's cool that it kind of all comes full circle back here in Seattle.
How's Tyler Lockett doing?
He's doing good.
Like he's fine. Will he play against Denver?
I hope so.
Because we haven't seen him do much.
Yeah, I don't want to be like he took X amount of reps or whatever, but he's we're looking optimistic. Again, you'll know, it'll be enlightened next week with kind of his practice status and all that.
Draymond Jones, you expect him back in that?
Yeah, I know, guys. The injuries ones are tough. It's like, hey, we're in game week now. It's we'll give you as much as we can, but right now it's just we'll see next week.
We haven't seen him at time. Drake Thomas, what do you like about him?
Drake's shown that he's been able to pick up the system without getting all the reps. So he deserves a lot of credit for staying up to date and moving and shifting and playing fast. As a guy, we're excited to see it's the whole process. So it's good to see him out here moving and making calls and playing fast. And did a nice job in the game the other night, so we're excited for him.
From what you saw of D. Williams in the return game throughout the preseason, what do you like about his skill set and that fit for you guys there from what you need?
Well, he's a natural catcher, and I like that he gets north, in the punt return game, and then hasn't had that many opportunities in the kick return game. But I think you'll see some of the same things.
Having seen the kick thing for a whole preseason now, do you think it's going to make a big impact or be a real big change or not?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's such a it's a volatile play. There's the distributions of the turns and the average start distance right now, or start yard line is. I think it's a little skewed because teams are trying to get the ball in play in preseason to see their teams, for evaluation purposes, and obviously teams are definitely holding some schemes back, probably that they don't want to show. So I'm not sure how many kicks you'll see in game early in the season. Now, as the weather changes and things like that, you might see some more, but it's probably definitely not as many as you've seen in the preseason. I think teams will kick more touchbacks than you've seen, but we'll be ready, if they kick it to us.
Coach, you've got rush end on your depth chart as a position. Can you describe a little bit of the difference between that and the other end position?
Yeah. So we're kind of structured like a 4-3 team. So he's really just a weak side defensive end that does more rushing than the Sam, and so hence the name Rush. It's pretty simple. Don't overthink it.
You guys had a couple players playing on waivers. Did you think you would have a good chance to get Jamie Sheriff back on your practice squad?
I think, yeah. I mean, anytime you let someone go, you have to assume the risk of someone else picking them up. So that was something that we had to roll the dice on and wish them the best.
Anything else? Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, guys.